Hi and welcome back to another video. So as you may know already, there are different forms of fencing property. You can choose blocks, you can use bricks, you can go with bamboos, just as I have in one of my videos. You can equally go with stakes and so on. So there are different forms of fencing. You could go with the using the metal fence and many more. So after doing the front part of our house, using bamboos for the fencing, as I spoke in that video of mine, we want to fence the left side and then the back side with blocks. So we're actually trying to go with block fencing for the left hand side and then the back hand side. Now my next neighbor, who is a friend, is also having hers done, so hers is also going to be towards the back and then the right hand side. So we are having 3 sides done, to the left, the entire back, and then to the right hand side. The idea of leaving the front is because we are still having works done here. There will definitely be supplies of materials and we wouldn't want to block up and then have small space which is not going to be enough. So we are leaving that for now until we are entirely done to the point where it's good to fence the front bits, then that we are going to do that. So actually, even when I flip over the camera towards where I have my bamboo fence, you notice that we have lots of space from here all the way here. This is where this is the end of the pillar, so it comes all the way here. So all this space is an empty space, which is making it easier for them to work. So you're currently tying the steel over there. So now let's get into the process. So with the type of fencing we chose, which is the block type of fencing or using concrete and blocks, first of all they have to dig a trench. So digging a trench, let me just show you what they've done. So this is a part or a point of the trench that they are digging. I must admit that this place is a little bit hard. The ground is very hard, so you could tell. So this is a type of laterite that can equally be used for filling a foundation. So the ground is a bit hard, so it's really a bit difficult digging, and at some points they had to create some steps because of rocks which are in the ground. So let me just show you one. So there's rock, a very huge rock over here. Yeah, so that's one over there. It goes across towards that side, and there are stones as well as so in the soil. So that is the nature of the soil we have over here. It's a little bit tough in the ground. Yes, now the depth they are trying to achieve is about 2 feet. That is the depth that they are looking at. But of course, just as I said, because the ground is a bit tough, we are not going to be able to achieve the entire 2 feet throughout. Now also there's a little bit of slope in the land, so that means that at various points they are going to be creating steps, so which is going to go along with the slope of the land. After the digging of the trench, let me just show you, they are still digging, so you're able to see them. Now because the ground is hard, they had to pour water at some point to be able to have it soak properly in the ground, so it makes it easier. So let me just show you over here what they're doing. Wait to be we no and I'm not sure. Okay. I wouldn't show you Gumeboa. Wouldn't show you Gumeboa. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, they're still doing the digging, and aside the digging, we've had some supplies of materials over here. We've had blocks. So this is 5 inches quarry dust block, very solid. Yeah, so as I spoke in one of my videos, when you are trying to get blocks, always stick to a vendor who is producing quality blocks for you. That is exactly what we did. This is 5 inches quarry dust, solid blocks, very solid. Yes. And aside from that, we've had supplies of steel, so they are currently working on the steel. Let's take a look at them. How many inches? Oh, there, yeah. How many inches are try?
So,
we have how many inches?
Yes, 17 inches.
17 inches. Okay. 2, 1, 4. No, yeah, okay. See, we need how many inches? Square now, I
4 by 4.
4 inches by 4 inches. Oh, okay. It's almost you trying to 10 feet and I'm 7 feet too.
7 feet.
Oh, okay. No more Benny, I see. I see I'm bending how many inches? So bending how many inches? I see 2 inches. Okay. Now check. Yes, so as you can see, we have supply of steel as well, and then we also have supply of cement. Now the steel are being cut to a height of or a length of 10 feet. No, it's 7 feet is there, sorry, not 10 feet, 7 feet. And what is going to happen is that with regard to the blocks, you're looking at laying about every 10 feet of blocks. There's going to be steel which is going to be in between them to help it, hold it very firm. So after the digging, what is going to be done next is basically spreading the damp-proof membrane. So we have that purchase which is inside, and then after that, the concrete is going to come on top of it. So the concrete is likely going to be thickness of about 6 inches, and then after that, the block starts, the block work starts. So after every 10 feet interval, which mostly is about 7.5 pieces or sometimes 7 pieces of blocks, there's going to be steel or a pillar, and this is going to go across the entire sides of the property. Now, because the side is 100 feet, there's going to be a total of 10 steel at this point of the fence, and then at the back is because you are doing that together, it's going to be a total of 140 feet. So ideally it should have been 14 pieces of steel, but because the 10 feet or the 100 feet is going to have one at the corner, that part is going to continue from there. So it's going to be 13 pieces, and then it's also going to end at the corner, which is also going to have 9 pieces instead of 10 pieces. So that makes a total of 32 pillars in all. So after the concrete, after the damp-proof membrane, after the concrete, after the block works, then they are going to cast the pillars. So they are going to be setting the pillars along with the concrete which is going to be done. So that is going to be set to to stand, and then after the block work, the mixed concrete with the help of wood nailed to the sides, it's going to be cast, and basically that is going to be what we are looking at achieving for now. And then maybe with time we can focus on the front bit and then have that completed. Once you are done with your block fence, what you probably can do next is either have it plastered, or yes, but some people even go ahead to paint without plastering. Some people also apply different sort of finishing to it, but we are not looking at achieving that yet. Also, because the land is along like a slope, there are going to be steps, that's as I mentioned earlier, which is also going to take like about 10 feet each. After every 10 feet there's going to be a drop as to which point that the slope ends, or the property ends with regard to the slope. So that is also going to be done. So as I took you over there with the digging, they were digging with some steps in it, and then also they've added some water to the soil to make it a bit easier to soak it a little bit, so that once they continue digging, it hasn't become too difficult to fix. So this is the process that we are going to go through to have the fence wall done, steel being tied, digging going on, blocks applied, cement applied. That is going to be about it for this video. In case there's something that I haven't covered or spoken about, you can always drop a comment in the comment section, and then we can have a look at it. So that'll be just about it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, before I even end, now we haven't entirely decided on the height that we are looking at going, or the number of courses of blocks that we are looking at achieving yet. It probably might be between 7 or 8 pieces. What I'm trying to do is I'm not looking at it covering the entire window of our building, or maybe more than half of it, because I want a situation whereby if you are walking out, or maybe you're out walking and there's something going on within the house and there's no one around, people are able to notice it. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. So that's a level of security that I'm trying to achieve. So I'm going to be very particular about the height that the block works are going to be able to go to. Yes, so that is just about it for now. Thank you very much for watching. In case you are new to this channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button, and then don't forget to hit on the bell so that anytime there's a new video, you get to see it. So I'll see you in the next one.